I've been taking my clothes off outside for over 25 years. Why? Because it feels natural to me and good. The sun can be healing, and letting our bodies touch the earth is grounding, nourishing. No matter what you believe, there's something mysterious and divine about the earth and cosmos. And when I connect with it in such a raw way, I can deeply feel it. So when I show up in the garden, stripped of all clothes, all sense of identity, removing all societal labels, and it's just me and Mother Nature, my world changes. Anything I carried into it, all the problems and responsibilities just melt away. It's an act of honor and respect, an offering, no different than in some cultures removing your shoes at the door. And while I don't show everything here, I like to celebrate our great cosmic Mother Earth this way, a ritual that's been done in our ancient past for centuries, before the tides changed. It used to be that women were the main keepers of the garden because their bodies were in tune with the moon and earth cycles. They knew when it was time to plant, harvest, conceive, or give birth, and how to use the plants. So they were revered, honored, and protected by men. When we feel safe to fully be ourselves, no matter how wild or crazy it may appear to others, we feel more connected to spirit. And spirit is where art comes from, creation, love, and sexuality. But when we have a warped view of sexuality, we have lost touch with spirit. Spirit is life force, the energy that sustains you, gives you life, lights you up, makes you feel vibrant and alive. Without it, you feel drained, depressed, sluggish, frustrated, or angry. Sexual energy is one of the most powerful energies we have, and the ancient people knew this. That's why they put a lot of focus on ways to cultivate it, using different practices, cosmic forces, and plants. That's why I crafted several herbal blends to help with this, 2 of which are brand new. Let's Get It On and Take Me Higher. Let's Get It On is an herbal blend that can be brewed as a tea or smoked. Plants are powerful for sexual arousal, to build that life force energy, and to keep that sexual energy strong and healthy. I have my popular Beam Me Up tea that's especially for men. It boosts libido, treats erectile dysfunction, and gives you energy. And Moon Mother for women is great for building sexual energy that can be used for good health and longevity, as well as ease our cyclical shifts. But my other new herbal blend, Take Me Higher, is a naturally psychoactive blend that has the rare blue lotus flower, an incredible plant that when paired with mugwort takes you to a new level, enhancing your dream world and opening your mind's eye. Another one that you can either drink as a tea or smoke. You can find all my herbal blends on my website, thenakedgardener.us. In ancient times, they knew about earth and moon energy and how it was mirrored in us too. They knew that everything was cyclical, moving between extremes, dark and light, death and life, male and female. So they honored both and did rituals to balance these energies, understanding that nature is always changing, always in motion. Just like now in the peak of summer, when everything is so hot, it's an extreme part of the year. But eventually, the pendulum swings the other way as we head towards winter, the other extreme, when everything dies and it gets so cold, turning everything into ice. And then the cycle repeats again and again. I think about this sometimes when I'm having a hard time or feeling low, knowing that whatever I'm going through will pass. And lately, that was really put to test when we lost several animals on our farm. First, our dog of 14 years, then our sick goat, and after that, our new baby chicks. A raccoon broke into their coop, and none of them survived. A tough reminder that even though Mother Nature can be so giving and beautiful, she can also be cruel and destructive. But I've also been pouring myself into the garden, which has been helping me too. I've been preparing for the next season, starting seeds, harvesting food, and making changes. So this is year 4 of trying to grow fig. It is my favorite fruit, one of my favorite fruits. And so I really wanted to try growing it. The first year that I grew it on this farm, I had it in a pot like this. And then when it was time to overwinter it, I brought it inside the greenhouse. But mice got in the greenhouse and it ate the roots of the plant, completely killing it. And I was devastated. So I thought, okay, year 2, I'll try again, repot it the same way because it was doing so well the first time. And then when winter came along, I brought it inside the house. But when I did that, we got a new puppy, and the puppy completely ate the tree all the way down to the root and killed it. And so again, I was devastated. So I decided year 3, I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to get a very, very cold hardy variety that does better in my area and plant it outside because I know people have had success doing that. And so I thought I'm going to plant it outside in the ground, let it grow, let it flourish.
protect it from the elements very, very carefully. And I did that. However, when I took everything away from overwintering it, look at this. It is just brittle. It is not showing any signs of life. So I don't think that the overwintering worked as much as I thought it would. And I was really upset to see that. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to try again. Fourth attempt. I'm going to pot it again, and this time bring it inside the house over winter in a spot where no animal, no dog can get a hold of it, and no mice, no critters of any kind, and keep it in a nice cool spot in the home and see if I can have success again this fourth time around, because this is such an amazing plant and I really want to be successful with it, because fig has so much mystery, magic to it, and it has so many benefits that I really, really want to see this come back year after year and enjoy the fruit, because it is, again, the leaves are medicinal. The fruit is just fantastic and has so many properties to it as well. So I really want to try and grow this plant, and hopefully this fourth attempt is going to work. I think I may need to move this plant. It's not doing so well here. I planted it this year, earlier in the spring, and it's just not liking the spot. So I may have to find a new home for it, because I'm feeling really, really bad. I think it needs some extra care right now. It's a perennial, a goji berry, so I'm gonna hope that it'll survive and it'll come back next year.
When the songbirds sing, it is time to go water the garden. For my grandma said it is good for the soul. And on wings of prayer, Lord, I ask for your pardon. There are many ways I need to be made whole. When the songbirds stop and I feel like I've been a failure, 'cause the things I've taught haven't come out the way I heard you teach me, Lord. I ask for your grace. I must leave the results to be handled by thee. When I hear your voice and it's time to come home to heaven, may I leave a legacy of faith that can be followed by those left behind. So we'll all unite in our heavenly home.
Even though gardening, of course, certainly keeps you on your toes for these very, very same reasons, everything is always changing day to day. That's also one of the beautiful things that I love about it. I mean, when you can actually step outside and not know what the weather is going to do, you can be completely taken by surprise with a vast windstorm that comes through, blows everything down, or a lot of rain that comes in and floods. You experience a lot of flooding of your crop, of your land, and you have to just go with the flow and try and figure out a solution. It's a matter of tapping into the natural world, speaking its language, learning how to decipher its language, and really dancing with it, creating a beautiful rhythm with it, because we are part of it. We're not separate from it. And I think that we have gotten so far removed from it over the years and years and years, even beyond our lifetimes. And it's important to get that back.
It took me a long time in life to get to a place of being comfortable with who I am. We're oftentimes conditioned by society to be a certain way, say the right things, have a good job, and be successful. I remember as a little girl moving more times than I could count. Every year I was the new kid at school, and I desperately just wanted to fit in, not feel like the odd one out. But there's something radical about following your heart, even if that means going against the grain and being different than everyone else. And while that can be tough and lonely sometimes, making a path of your own, it's as though there's something deep inside you that tells you it's going to be okay and to keep going. Sometimes we can get so caught up in what other people think, and it can hold us back. But that energy doesn't go away. Instead, it gets buried deep down inside, goes into hiding, and makes us feel ashamed. It takes courage to stand for who you are, even if that means standing alone, being brave enough to go into the darkness, into the unknown, is part of the inner journey we're here to do. And when we allow ourselves to unapologetically be ourselves, no matter if people get us or not, something magical begins to happen. We begin to feel more alive than ever before. And that is what makes our spirit soar.